The European project BRIC, Young Children, Public Spaces and Democracy, has linked together during a period of 3 years 3 European realities. The educational systems for early childcare in England, Sweden and Italy have together explored the topic of public spaces and the relationship that children have with them. The project, financed by the European Union through the Erasmus Plus program, has involved 3 partners: Anglia Ruskin University of Cambridge, Barnpedagogiskt Forum in Gothenburg and Azienda Servizi Bassa Reggiana in Gualtieri. The project has been using the qualifying research method participatory action research, a method that puts emphasis on the participation in the experience of the research, in which the persons who participate are both being researched as well as being researchers. The many voices of the persons that have participated in the research, children, teachers, educators, parents, citizens and university researchers, have been collected in different ways, such as focus groups and interviews. The main tool has been video recording of the experiences, a strategy chosen to be able to listen to the voices of the really young children who are using their body language as the way of interacting with spaces and elements in it. Many different public spaces have been explored by the children, the teachers and the parents. In Bassa Reggiana for the Italian partner, in Gothenburg, Kärra and Lerum in Sweden, in Cambridge, Northampton and London in England. The spaces have been chosen after a pilot project in which the project group identified 3 specific focus spaces: outdoor, indoor and pavement. The way children explore public spaces has clearly demonstrated to have recurrent approaches in the different countries, often connected to the type of space. In open spaces, especially if new and unknown to the children, the space was explored with the whole body running around and measuring boundaries. The natural materials present, such as trees, branches, stones and sand, stimulated the curiosity, creativity and will to play of the children. In particular, a great attention was paid to details, to small elements, to holes, to nooks. Children are using the whole body in the space when experiencing them and giving them a new meaning. For example, the bicycle rack has become a bench or train to travel on with your friends. Another significant aspect of the research was to investigate public spaces such as libraries, theaters and museums, but in a new way and not necessarily for their classical use. The theaters were explored while being empty on days when no performances were planned, and the relationship with these places have been expounded by looking carefully, making slow gestures with a silent respect that shows empathic feelings. To film and to have the possibility to observe again the ways that the children are exploring, living and playing in the public spaces has allowed us to refine the way that we observe. An observation that supports the importance of being and feeling a part of a village. To meet and recognize public spaces as tools for inclusion and citizenship. We believe that living the public spaces is a human right for the children, but not just for them. The city itself has the right to be lived and used by their thoughts and research. Children playing in town squares, parks, theaters reminds us that public spaces are and must be considered a common good. One educational goal of the project has been to ask the teachers to work on the concept of traces. The method has once again been to compare European realities, and the results from the reflections regarding the concept of traces has generated different meanings to the word. Trace as sign, a testimony of the passage, presence or usage of someone in a place. A trace can be everything that changes and transforms a place. Trace understood as a lasting memory. When you experience something important, it leaves a trace of joy in our learning mind. We believe that the sense of responsibility grows in relation to the sense of belonging to that place. Feeling part of a place, experiencing it, modifying it, and finding traces of you increase the sense of responsibility towards it for everyone. What are the main reasons for taking children to public spaces and have the school outdoors, outside the borders surrounding schools and structures dedicated to early childhood, making childhood visible and part of the society again? This is one of the main objectives, and it's closely linked to what is democracy. The challenge of living the public spaces with children has in the first place involved teachers that have had to overcome the initial worries regarding rules when staying together when sharing a public space. Living it means knowing the rules, experiencing common habits in the society. But when sharing public spaces, it is also necessary to involve the community in a broader sense when it involves the relationship with young children. The regular attendance of some places has allowed children to be expected by the adults and to weave new relationships. In addition, the organization of moments dedicated to telling the community about the project and the experiences of the schools has allowed it to spread and make the project even more known. Some meetings in the area has had the intention of sharing the experiences that we believe families and the community can rediscover through the eyes of the children, and thereby finding new ways of getting in touch with them. Thanks to the European BRIC project, the educators and the teachers have had the possibility to widely reflect on the subject of being outside, to combine gained knowledge during the process and to put into practice new ways of staying in relation with adults, children and places in the territory. It is also giving the possibility for the children to regain their potential, to be more in line with the idea of childhood in which we believe, to increase the range of possibilities to express themselves, to give the possibility for further interaction with others, to work in a project-based and flexible way. The research has been validated by university professors from the 3 countries that have analyzed and constantly supported the research group on the methodological level as well as on the content. Being outside has also given the possibility to reflect on the issue of security, danger and control during the visits. In the words of one teacher, one main aspect is the trust of the children. If you go outside with them, they affect you. You grow together with them. You are more secure. You learn how to trust, and also they give you trust back. They feel that you give them credit, and at the same time, they give it to you.